Right now, you don't have a life problem. You have an attention problem, because wherever your attention goes, your reality follows. And most people spend their entire lives trapped in places that only exist inside their minds. The real reason you feel stuck. You are not stuck in life. You are stuck in your head. Your thoughts are not just visiting. They are controlling you. You keep replaying the past. You keep worrying about the future. You keep imagining conversations that never happen. And this constant noise is exhausting you. You are not tired because life is heavy. You are tired because your mind never becomes quiet. Before your day even begins, your mind is already running, replaying yesterday, predicting tomorrow, carrying problems that do not even exist yet. Then you wonder, why does your chest feel tight? Why does your body feel heavy? Why does your energy disappear so fast? Because your mind is loud all the time. When were you last truly present? When was the last time you were fully here? Not just breathing, but truly present. Looking at the world instead of your thoughts. Doing one thing at a time. Drinking water and actually tasting it. Walking and feeling the ground. Sitting in silence without needing distraction. Most people cannot do this, and they think that is normal. They believe overthinking is intelligence. They believe worry means responsibility. They believe living in their head means maturity. But it does not. It means addiction. Overthinking is addiction to control. You think more thinking will protect you. If I analyze everything, I can prevent pain. If I imagine the worst, I will be ready. If I replay the past, I can fix it. But has it worked? More thinking has not given you peace. It has only given you more noise. You do not need more thoughts. You need more reality. Your mind is a tool, not your home. Your mind is powerful, but it is meant to be a tool. Something you use and then put down. But you never put it down. You carry it everywhere. To bed, to conversations, to work, even into moments that should be peaceful. Then you ask, why do I feel restless? Because you are dragging a loud machine everywhere you go. If you want peace, stop using the mind when it is not needed. Your problems may be real, but your suffering is often created. Two people can face the same problem. Same stress, same pressure, same difficulty. One stays calm, the other collapses. Why? Because one lives in reality, and the other lives inside the story created by the mind. The mind does not just describe reality. It adds fear, it adds shame, it adds predictions, it adds memories like chains. And slowly, you believe you are your thoughts, but you are not. You are not your thoughts. A thought is like a cloud. It appears, it moves, it disappears, but something in you stays and watches. If you can observe a thought, it cannot be you. You are the observer, but you forgot the observer. You became the noise. The hard truth, your life is not as hard as your mind makes it. Your mind is undisciplined. That is why you overthink. That is why you delay. That is why you stay stuck. An undisciplined mind loves drama more than truth. It creates fear when you are safe, doubt when you are capable, failure before you even begin. And you believe every thought, like it is a command. But a thought is only a suggestion. Many thoughts are meaningless. A mind without training is like a child holding a sword. It will hurt you. Freedom begins when you stop obeying every thought. The real trap. The mind lives in only two places, the past or the future. It cannot stay in the present, because the present is quiet, simple, without drama, just breath, sound, light, movement, what is happening right now. But the mind hates simplicity. It wants stories. It wants problems. So it drags you to yesterday, or throws you into tomorrow. And while you travel between both, life happens without you. Your body is here. Your mind is somewhere else. That is why you cannot focus. Why you cannot feel joy. Because joy only exists now. Peace only exists now. Love only exists now. You cannot think your way into peace. You can only return to it. Attention controls your life. If you cannot control your attention, you cannot control your life. Attention is your most valuable resource. Where it goes, your life goes. If your attention is trapped in your thoughts, your life will feel small, tight, and restless. Even if you succeed, even if you travel, even if you achieve, you will carry the prison with you. The way out, return to the body. There is only one exit, the present moment. And the fastest way back is through the body. Your mind can lie, your body cannot. Your body shows tension, your breath shows fear, your muscles show stress. The moment you feel your body, you return to reality. Try it now. Feel your breath. Not think about it, feel it. In your nose, chest, or belly. Notice something. Even 1 second of real attention, and the mind becomes quieter. Because attention can only be in one place at a time. If attention is in sensation, it is not in story. This is the doorway. Stop feeding the mind. Your mind will resist. It will say this is boring. It will say this will not help. It will say think more, worry more, check your phone. That is addiction speaking. You do not need to fight the mind. You only need to stop feeding it. A fire dies when you stop adding wood. Thoughts grow because you give them attention. You repeat them, stretch them, decorate them, make them bigger. Then you say, this thought is ruining me. But you gave it power. The practice. Instead of fighting thoughts, step back. Watch them, name them, thinking, worrying, planning, remembering, judging. Then return to your breath. Return to your senses. Return to what is in front of you, again and again. This is discipline, not motivation, because motivation comes and goes, like weather, but discipline stays. Discipline creates inner power. Discipline is training. Discipline is repetition. Discipline is staying connected to reality again and again. Slowly, something changes inside you. You start noticing space between you and your thoughts. A thought can scream, and you can still move. A thought can threaten, and you can still act. A thought can criticize, and you can stay calm. That is real power. A weak person is not someone with bad circumstances. A weak person is someone controlled by inner noise. A strong person hears the noise, but does not obey it. Why people live in their head. Most people stay trapped in their mind because they are afraid to feel. They use thinking to escape emotion. They do not want to feel sadness, so they analyze it. They do not want to feel fear, so they plan endlessly. They do not want to feel shame, so they blame others in their mind. They do not want to feel loneliness, so they distract themselves. They do not want to feel uncertainty, so they search for constant reassurance. But you cannot think your way out of feelings. You can only feel your way through them. The mind keeps repeating because you are avoiding direct experience. The mind says talk about it. The body says feel it. Until you feel it, it stays. Face what you are avoiding. Next time you notice you are trapped in your head, ask one honest question. What am I refusing to feel right now? Fear, disappointment, grief, anger, embarrassment, the pain of not being where you want to be? Do not answer with a story. Answer with the body. Where do you feel it? Chest, throat, stomach, face, shoulders? Now do what most people avoid. Stay with the feeling, not forever. Just long enough to breathe into it. Relax around it. Stop naming it. Stop explaining it. Just feel the raw sensation. Something surprising happens when you do this. The emotion begins to move. It changes shape. Because emotion is energy in motion, it is not permanent. It becomes permanent only when thinking traps it. When you stop thinking and start feeling, the energy completes its cycle. Then you are free. Real freedom is physical. This freedom is not an idea. It is physical. Your shoulders relax. Your breath deepens. Your eyes soften. Your mind becomes clear. Then you realize something important. You did not need to solve life. You needed to stop resisting it. Overthinking does not create results. Your mind may now say, "But what about my real problems? My work? My family? My future?" Good question. Living in your head does not make you productive. It makes you slow. Overthinking looks like work, but produces nothing. It feels busy but creates no progress. If you want results, you need clarity. If you want clarity, you need presence. If you want presence, you must stop feeding the mind when it spins. Action breaks mental noise. Here is a simple rule. When the mind is noisy, do something physical. Stand up, wash your face, walk, stretch, clean something. Write one sentence, do one push-up. Make your bed, drink water, take a cold shower if possible. Why? Because the mind is weak against action. Thinking is strong in stillness. Action breaks the spell. Most people sit and argue with their thoughts. They wait to feel ready. They wait for confidence. They wait for the perfect plan. The mind loves that because it keeps you safe and small. Action threatens the mind's control. So when your mind says, "I don't know what to do," answer with this: do the next obvious thing. Not your whole life. Not your whole future. Just the next step. Open the book. Send the message. Start the workout. Write one paragraph. Apply once. Practice 10 minutes. Clean one corner. Then another. You escape the head by moving, not by thinking more. Your identity is built from thoughts. Even after understanding this, you may return to overthinking. Why? Because your identity lives there. Your identity is built from repeated thoughts. I am this kind of person. I always fail. I am not confident. I am behind. I am unlucky. You repeated these so often, they became your name. When you stop living in your head, it feels uncomfortable because the old story begins to dissolve. The ego becomes afraid. It asks, if I am not this story, who am I? Good. That question is the beginning of real life. You are not a story. You are awareness. You are presence. You are a living human being with breath and possibility. A story is useful only if it helps you grow. If it makes you smaller, let it go. Stop rehearsing weakness. What feels true is often just what you practice the most. If you rehearse weakness, you feel weak. If you rehearse fear, you live in fear. If you rehearse defeat, you act defeated. The goal is not to create a new fantasy story. The goal is to act without needing stories, to feel discomfort and still move, to feel uncertainty and still choose, to feel fear and still do what is right. That is mastery, and mastery begins with training attention. The daily practice. People want confidence, power, and transformation, but they avoid daily practice. The practice is simple. Every time you notice you are lost in thought, return to an anchor. Breath, body sensation, sound. Your hands doing the task, that is all. Not once, not twice, maybe 100 times a day. Every return is strength. No one stays focused all the time. Strong people notice they drift and return. Protect your attention. Imagine carrying a cup filled to the top with water. That water is your attention. If you walk calmly, it stays steady. If you rush and look everywhere, it spills. If you panic, it empties. All day your attention leaks. Social media takes it. Fear takes it. Memories take it. Comparisons take it. Regret takes it. Then you say you have no energy. Of course, you spilled it everywhere. Discipline means carrying your attention carefully. Not tense, not rigid, just aware. When you eat, eat. When you walk, walk. When you talk, talk. When you work, work. Single tasking is powerful because most people are scattered. Presence changes how others see you. When you become present, people feel it. You speak slower, react less, listen more. Choose words carefully, stop rushing. Rushing is a sign of living in the mind. A present person is calm even when moving fast. Make it real. Start now. Listening is not enough. Inspiration changes nothing without action. Your mind will turn this into another idea. Then repeat old habits tomorrow. So act now. Choose one area of life where your mind hurts you most. relationships, self-image, money, future, studies, work. Pick one. See the pattern. Does your mind compare? Catastrophize? Shame? Doubt? Replay? Good. Recognize this clearly. It is not you. It is a habit. Habits can be retrained. For the next 7 days, when the mind starts its story, do not argue. Do not debate. Simply return. Return to breath. Return to body. Return to action. Fail and return again. This is not about becoming a monk. This is about becoming free. Real freedom from mental control. A person who cannot control their mind is easy to control. Others trigger emotions, pull reactions, demand validation, push you to prove yourself. You call it love, you call it respect, but it is dependence. When you stop living in your head, you stop being controlled. You stop needing to win every argument. You stop trying to impress people who do not care. You stop explaining yourself to everyone. You stop building life around fear of rejection. You become simple, and simple people cannot be manipulated. When the mind gets loud. When the mind becomes noisy, it is not helping you. It is protecting an illusion. The illusion says, if I think enough, I will be safe. But safety is never guaranteed. It never was. Life can change in one phone call, one accident, one message, one mistake, one opportunity. If you build your peace on control, you will never have peace. Peace comes from accepting reality and training your response, not from predicting everything. So instead of asking, what if something goes wrong? Ask, if something goes wrong, can I handle it? After real training, the answer becomes yes. Not because you control life, but because you control yourself. That is the shift. That is when everything changes. You stop living like a frightened animal searching for danger. You start living like a warrior. Calm, alert, present, ready. A warrior is not angry. A warrior is centered. And centered means your attention is not scattered. Thinking can be a way to hide. Another reason you live in your head is because thinking lets you avoid responsibility. As long as you are thinking, you can delay acting. Thinking feels productive, but action is where accountability begins. Action can fail. Action can be judged. Action can reveal your true level. Thinking hides you. You say you are preparing, but you are hiding. You say you are waiting for the right time, but you are hiding. You say you need more information, but you are hiding. The mind is clever. It uses logic to protect fear. So you must become more aware. Learn to see when thinking is useful and when it is avoidance. Ask one simple question. Is this thought leading to action or leading to another thought? If it leads to another thought, stop. Return to breath. Do the next action. If it leads to action, do it. That is how you use the mind as a tool. Plan with clarity, not anxiety. Yes, sometimes you need to plan. But plan with clarity, not with fear. Plan at a specific time. Write things down. Make decisions, then stop. Do not carry planning all day like a heavy bag. Planning without action is just worry dressed like productivity. Relationships, facts versus stories. Living in your head can destroy relationships. You create entire stories about people. They reply late and your mind says they hate you. They look away and your mind says you are not respected. They speak sharply and your mind says you are under attack. Soon you feel angry about something that never actually happened. So return to facts. What did they actually say? What did they actually do? Not what you assumed. Not what you feared. Facts. A present person deals with facts. An anxious person deals with interpretations, and interpretations never end. When you stop living in your head, you stop punishing yourself with assumptions. You ask simple questions. You communicate clearly. You also learn something important. Not everything needs a reaction. Some people provoke you to get attention. If you live in your head, you take every bait. You argue. You defend. You try to win. A present person sees the bait and lets it go. Silence. Move on. That is not weakness. That is mastery. Your inner voice shapes your confidence. Your biggest struggle is how you talk to yourself. You insult, shame, and doubt yourself, then wonder why confidence feels weak. Confidence is built by keeping promises to yourself and giving direction, not fake positivity. Instead of, "I am useless," ask, "What is the next step?" Instead of, "I cannot," say, "Try for 5 minutes." Direction is stronger than motivation because it brings you back to reality. Step out of the noise. Your mind is like a loud room full of chaos, and more thinking only makes it louder. The solution is not more noise, but stepping out. Return to breath, sensation, and the present moment. The noise may exist, but you are no longer trapped inside it. Train your mind. Daily mental training is daily hygiene. Small moments of awareness, feeling your breath, your feet, the water on your hands, slowly calm the mind. Over time, you react less, feel more space, and gain control. The world stays the same, but your relationship with it changes. Meet life directly. When you stop living in your head, you meet life as it truly is. Simple, clear, sometimes uncomfortable, but honest. And honesty creates peace. Do not chase silence. Build skill. Your mind will never stay silent forever, so build skill instead. Thoughts can appear, fear can come, uncertainty can exist, but you still stay present and act. The key is simple. Return to breath, body, action, and reality again and again. The moment. Everything changes. Real change happens when you stop living inside your thoughts and start living in reality. When you notice worry or overthinking, just see it, breathe, and return. Seeing clearly is the beginning of freedom. This moment, right here, is your real life, not the story in your mind. Silence in the mind is not something you find once, it is something you practice every day, and today you practiced awareness. That means you are already changing, even if you cannot fully see it yet. If this message helped you slow down, breathe deeper, or see your thoughts more clearly, then keep going with us. Like this video so more people can discover inner calm, share it with someone who needs guidance, and subscribe to keep learning how to master your mind, step by step. Peace is built through consistency, and every time you return here, you grow stronger.